Hi, Dennis. Finless Bob. So I got the 1450 apart, and let me explain. So once I took it apart, the USB connector almost fell out. The only thing that was holding it on was a metal part that solders to the board for physical attachment. Now, I've done some research on this. Apparently, this is a very common problem that the USB port becomes pulled off the motherboard. And one of the things that happens when that occurs is it rips the solder pads off the circuit board, basically almost making it unrepairable, but it is still repairable. The damage to this plate you see is me tearing back the RF shield to get at the connector. So what I did is I desoldered the brace to see what was going on with the USB connector, and the bottom line is you must have inserted this a heck of a lot of times because the pins stayed on the board and were broken off inside the connector. I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, the number of insertions wore the pins down to where they literally severed off the bottom of the connector, but were still attached to the motherboard. Let me show you. As you can see, the solder pads are still very good on that board. So what I did is I desoldered the pin remnants in the hopes that I could find this connector online and buy the connector and resolder a new one on. So, turns out, after doing some research, this connector is discontinued. It is made by Sunyins, S-U-Y-I-N-S. I have the part number for it, and in this video I will show you a picture of it. So what I did is I checked DigiKey, I checked Mouser, I did everything I could to try to find an exact replacement. And then I shot off, so you know I work for a company where we can get samples and whatnot. They kind of take us seriously. Shot off a mail to Sunyins. I couldn't believe I got a response over the weekend. I think it's their Monday maybe. But they responded saying this is discontinued. And you can't get one. I've done some more searching trying to find it somewhere. Maybe someone that has stock can't find one. So, in the end, I think we're at a done point here. So let me just say, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I could try to bastardize it and see if I could put some other connector on it, but the bottom line, it's not going to line up with the backplate hole. I may have to cut the back plate, the back case, so it works. It might stick up farther. Matter of fact, I'm sure it will. I could try something like that. I could also maybe attach a cord to it, drill a hole in the side case, and run a cable out. But I'm not sure, based on what you and I's conversation, that it's worth it. The bottom line, this unit can be, and let me just state, the unit does work. When I plugged in a good battery, the unit powered up. So you were correct. The entire problem was you couldn't charge battery because the port was gone. It got it got worn out. And again, it's a common problem for the port to get dislocated from the circuit board. And there's even videos that show how to resolder it. But in your case, the port was just totally worn out. So anyway, I could try to bastardize this a little bit. I'm sure I could get it working, but I'm not sure it's worth the time or the effort. So you tell me what you'd like me to do. I'll give it a shot if you want. The bottom line, for doing your two headsets and the 255, I'm going to keep 20. I'll ship you back 20. If you want me to try to bastardize this in some way with no guarantees, then I'll keep the other 20. I leave that up to you on what you want me to do. By the way, even working around here and doing this, I don't even know if the board works anymore at this point. Anyway, you tell me what you think you want to do, and I'll try it, and we'll see what we can do. But in the end, this GPS is pretty much done simply from the fact I can't get this part. So, just sharing what I found. You let me know what you'd like me to try.